Well, here's another video at the end of 2019 in the series of Baton List old year's resolutions. And hey, looking forward to a great 2020, but then we're still 2019 and still a couple more days to go, and you just never know. So I figured I'd try to get as many of these done before the end of the year, the end of the year, as possible. And this is another one about my grandfather, Albert Augustus Rowe. And this one comes from some comments I heard when I used to work for my Uncle Van Smith. And during summertime, when I was in high school, junior high and high school, I'd work for him on his farm. And we were working out in Duncanville, which is outside of Dallas. And from time to time, Uncle Van would send me into the feed store to get something, and there was always a bunch of old timers sitting around on the front porch of the feed store talking, and sometimes they'd be playing dominoes, I guess, and I can kind of remember them also chewing tobacco and spitting it in a spittoon they had there. So, but anyhow, they'd say, "Oh, hey," yeah, I remember one of them saying, "Oh, hey, you're Albert Rowe's grandson, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And they always loved to tell me stories. And this one here, I particularly remembered about my granddad Rowe's language. They say, "Oh, your granddad, no matter what happened, he would never curse and swear." Said about the worst he ever said was, "All shucks." And in this, I'm still trying to live up to his legacy. Hadn't made it, not sure I ever will, but certainly my language has become polluted by the standards of today, the F-bombs and the S-bombs and all that stuff. And my goodness, Grandpa, I have not stood my ground on that one. I need to do better, and I should, because there's a lot of things to admire about a guy who knows how to hold his tongue and control his language. So on that one, thank you, old timers, for sharing the story with me, and thank you, Granddad Rowe, for being the guy that you were. All right, well, let's call that one a wrap.